Hey guys, in this video I'm going to be showing you how to use your laptop as a second screen, or just pretty much anything as a second screen. I'll also be showing you how to use spacedesk, since it is the tool that I'm going to be using to make all this happen. So I'm going to be running through pretty much everything that you would need to know to be able to set this up, and also some troubleshooting at the end. So, first things first, just Google spacedesk, and then this first link should be the right one, which is spacedesk.net. So inside of here, we're going to scroll down and just hit the first one that says download. So if you're looking for an extension, for example, like I assume most people would, you can use this one. There's also Mirror if you're looking for that, or a video wall, but pretty much all of them reroute you to the same place. So just click on download on the first one, and then you're going to be inside of this web page. So now you're going to see that there's spacedesk server and then spacedesk client. So what you're going to want to do is put the server on the host or on the main PC. So for example, if you're using a main PC and then you want your laptop as the second screen, in your main PC, put the server. So as you can see, there's a few options here for Windows 10 and Windows 11. This is also for only Windows. You cannot use this on Linux or Mac. And then the client one is the one you're going to put on your second screen. So this would be for the laptop, for example, or whatever else you want to use. So once you download the appropriate ones for both of these on each device, you've got the first step done. Now it should look something like this. You should have on your client, you should have this window open, and on the main PC you should have this one open. Once you have everything set up like this, all you're going to want to do is turn on the server inside of the driver console. So just to make sure, you're going to want to press on, and you're going to see in the bottom left that it says server on idle. And then if you want this to start up on boot every single time, you're just going to want to check this box here, which then allows you to not have to turn it on each time. It just automatically turns on whenever you open the computer. Now, once we have this set up, what we're going to do is we're going to go to our task manager. Inside of the task manager, you're going to look for whichever provider is actually, like, I suggest having like a video in the background or some kind of thing on your main computer so that you can see which one of the, if you have multiple Ethernet connections or Wi-Fi connections, which one's the one that's actually connected to the internet and the one that you're getting the data from. So in my case, it's the Ethernet 4. And what you're going to want to look for is the IPv4 address. So as you can see here, it's for me 10.0.0.11. Now, one thing that I'm going to explain, this is a little bit of troubleshooting. If you do have an IP address that is like mine, so 10.0.0. something, there is a very high likelihood that you will not be able to use spacedesk properly. So I'll explain a little bit more of this at the end of the video, but just keep that in mind. Now, once you know your IP address, what you're going to want to go is to the viewer one. And if there's any kind of server here, try to connect to it automatically, and that will likely be the server that you're looking for. Once you connect, then it'll just start the connection and everything should be good. If you don't see the server, press on the little plus icon, and then here you're going to type your IP address. Just make sure that IP address is selected. Now once you click add with the proper IP address, it should appear here, or it should directly just connect. Now, a little tip for anybody that does manage to connect it, keep in mind that there is a section here in the settings that talks about quality and performance. I highly suggest moving this up depending on how much you need. So it's automatically at 30, but I suggest having 60 or 90, even if you can handle that high FPS. Then in here, the encoding just depends on your personal setup, but you can leave it as is. It should be good. And then you can make the image quality higher or lower depending on your needs. So let's say that you try to connect to the server and it doesn't work. It gives you some kind of error or just nothing pops up. That means if you're in a system that has an IP address of like 10.0.0, that means that you're on a subnet of the system. So if you're on like 192 dot something, then you're like one of the main devices on the system that has like major control over it. But if you're on 10.0.0, that means you're in a subnet of the system. When you're in that subnet, it is very if you don't have control over the router for some reason, you will likely not be able to access other devices in that router. And that's what's causing the issue, because the devices can actually talk to each other. And that means that the laptop won't be able to talk with a PC, so it's not going to find the server to connect to it. So yeah, in those kind of situations, you likely won't be able to connect spacedesk. However, there is one way to do it if you decide to buy your own router, and then you connect that new router into your main router, and then you can make a subnet from that main router. And then inside of that subnet, you have total control over it because it's your own Wi-Fi or network connection. So then there you would be able to have those two computers, the main computer and the laptop, for instance, connected inside of there, and then that would also get it to work. However, that is a lot of work, and it'll only be useful for a very small fraction of the people that want to do this. So yeah, that was my only troubleshooting tip. If you see that kind of IP address, there's a likelihood that you just won't have visibility of other devices on the same internet. So that's where the issue could come from. But yeah, I think that should be it. If you have any more questions, feel free to let me know in the comments. But this should be everything that you need to know to be able to connect your main PC with your laptop. Anyways, I hope this video helped you out, and yeah, see ya.